Hello from Tennessee. So I wanted to do a little ramble about how I decide to purchase watches or how my watch collection strategy has kind of evolved over the roughly 5 years I've been collecting. And so I have this Tudor, one of my favorite watches, and unequivocally a keeper, to kind of draw the example that I want to make. So recently, I sold some watches and I had some extra money in my PayPal account. So I was looking to purchase something. And I had my mind on a Unimatic. They had some really cool designs, and I don't know, they just kind of spoke to me. And so I watched a bunch of videos and so forth on the Unimatics. But what I realized as I was trying to determine if this watch was for me, oftentimes it's very difficult to try watches on. I've got some really good friends in the hobby that lend me stuff to try on, to see if I like it. But in general, it's still very challenging, and I don't always want to bug people to send the watches and then have to worry about getting lost and those sorts of things. But anyway, I digress. But I watched a ton of stuff on Unimatics, and what I finally determined was that the aesthetic of the Unimatic, and you guys can look this up and tell me if you agree or disagree, is very similar from the marking side to the Tudor here. And so what I ended up doing is I kind of uncovered a bias or a preference. And so in terms of my personal watch collection strategy, what I try to do is, especially if I'm going to spend upwards of $1,000 or so on a watch, I want it to have a place in the collection, and I don't want it to be something that's going to compete with something else. So what I kind of felt was that the Unimatic would compete with the Tudor, and thus I decided not to move forward. And as I stated at the beginning, this baby's a keeper, so I kind of, this is the way I like to put it, actually. Sorry, a little lost for words there. So this is the way I like to put it, is through that discovery process and looking at videos and trying to determine if I wanted to buy or purchase a Unimatic, I pretty much went through, researching, and then in my own mind, buying and then flipping it. And so I saved myself the trouble and moved on to something else. So that's it, just a quick ramble on strategy and how I kind of look at the hobby when I'm trying to purchase something. I hope you all find it helpful. I hope to do more stuff like this. I think 5 years in, that there are tidbits and so forth that I've learned that I'd like to share, and hopes to help somebody potentially. But at the end of the day, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to hit it right sometimes. You're not going to hit it right the other times. And that's part of the fun of it all, I think. So as always, stay positive, make friends, enjoy the journey. Take care, everybody.